In today's video, we're going to take a look at some world coins that I purchased from a recent coin show that was held in Birmingham, Alabama. This is the Alabama State Show that happens one time a year. And this dealer is one of my favorite dealers that I see at shows. He has a 6 foreign coin for $1 bin. And everything that you see on the screen right here cost me $4 because that's 24 coins. He also has some coins that are a little bit higher priced, and we're going to save those for the end of this. I don't know if we're going to get to everything in this video, if we're going to stretch it into one long video or break it up into a couple of smaller videos, but let's get started. And we're going to start with the only token from this video. This one is going to come from the one of the largest shows in the country is the fun show, the Florida United Numismatics. And this commemorates in 2019 how the city of Orlando, Florida was the host of the 2019 show. And as we flip this one, this medallion onto the other side, it lists all of the cities in Florida which have hosted the fun convention. Orlando as the most, but it lists a whole bunch of other cities there around the edge. I thought this was kind of a, I was going to say a fun collectible, but for a medallion, pretty good. He had 3 or 4 of them in his 4 for $1 bin, I mean 6 for $1 bin, so thought I would pick that one up. I picked up 2 of these from the Philippines. They're the same, 1964. It's a half of a peso or 50 centavos from 1964. These are going to be KM 190. And so in some of their coins, they have the young man sitting by the anvil, but this one has a lady with long flowing hair standing up next to the anvil with the volcano in the background. This is not silver, although I think sometimes some of their coins sort of look like it, but not this one. From Iceland, we have a 5 Aurur coin. This one's going to be from 1942. The monarch is Christian X. That's the C with the X inside of it. That is the monogram. This one is KM 7.2, and the .2 has to deal with where the coin was minted. If it was minted at the Royal Copenhagen Mint, there would be a heart for mint mark underneath the large C. Since that is not there, in 1942, this coin was minted in London and does not have a mint mark. Here is a scalloped edge design featuring Queen Elizabeth II. This one's going to be from Hong Kong, a $2 coin from 1980, showing a lion standing and holding a pearl. Here is a 1-year circulating commemorative coin from India. I could have sworn I had this coin, but maybe I had the what this commemorates from a different denomination. This one's a 50 paisa coin featuring the 3-headed lion pedestal that we see on a lot of coins from India. This one's going to honor the 50th anniversary of the Reserve Bank of India, which lasted from 1935 to 1985. It has a Bombay mint mark of a diamond underneath the 5 of the 1935, there at the bottom. I suppose that's going to be a Bengal tiger. But the 50th anniversary, they call that the Golden Jubilee. Here is a 7-sided coin from Barbados, and I usually pick this one up every time I find it in a quarter bin. This one's a little bit dirtier than I typically find it, but it's still in, otherwise it's in decent condition. This one's going to be a $1 coin, which features a flying fish on it. And this coin was, if you look in your catalog, for many years it was made by the Franklin Mint from 1973 to 1984. Those would have been non-circulating, but there were also circulating versions that happened during those years. This one was dated 1985. It's catalog number 14.1 because in 1988 they reduced the size of it. And so that gets the .2. It wasn't that long ago that I found my first Fiji $1 coin that features a sakamole on this side. The sakamole is a native ceramic water bottle. But I believe that coin still had Queen Elizabeth on it. This one is a newer coin that doesn't have that. Instead, it has a bearded dragon or bearded iguana known as a vokai. This one's dated 2017. They also made these in 2012. This one is a brass-plated steel coin. And in foreign exchange value, this is worth the United States 44 cents. It's going to be KM 336. This is a very tiny coin from the Republic of Georgia. Most of their coins are dated 1993, but some of them were minted after that. This features a lot of all the Georgian coins that I found feature this symbol on the side, which is a radiant sun with 7 curved rays coming off of it. This symbol is called the Borjgali, and it's over the Christian tree of life. So that's the thing underneath it. It does say Republic of Georgia, and then the other language or alphabet that used there is written on the top. So this is the one. I've seen this spelled tetri and tetri for their currency. So it's got a large 1 and then their currency. The symbol at the bottom, and I'm going to try and zoom in on this, is 2 bunches of grapes. And that comes from a carving, a stone carving from the, it's called the Svetitskovelli Cathedral. So this one's KM 76. Here is a typical British 50 new pence. I find these in the quarter bins fairly often, and I guess it's just because people don't know how to get the foreign exchange value out of them, but I'll pick it up every time I can just in case. This is may have been the very first year that they made these, 1969. Soon after they moved to the decimal system. Here is a coin from Italy, although this side is unfortunately tarnished pretty bad. Almost looks like there are castles on top of the headwear on here. But the main focus of this coin is going to be the other side. This is a 100 lira. They were already using smaller 100 lira by this point. But it's also, at the top there, you'll see it's an FAO coin, and then there's a date underneath it. So it's the 50th anniversary of the FAO. So then there's some kind of plant that's growing through the 100. I don't know if that's wheat or olives or what that might be, but this 100 lira from 1995 is KM 180. Here's another coin, just like the British coin, that I pick up every time I can find it in a quarter bin. This is going to be from Australia, 1988. This is a $2 coin, and 88 was the first year that they made these. This one features an Aborigine. It's going to be catalog KM 101. My catalog says this is, in American money, worth $2.25 in catalog value. The exchange value is not going to be quite that much. This is going to be a bimetallic coin from Argentina. A lot of their coins feature the radiant sun with a face on it. This is a design that's been used for several years. We flip it over, and it's almost a coin within a coin because it features one of the first coins from Argentina in the inside the middle ring on here. And so that older coin design that's featured on here, it has the Phrygian cap on top of a pole, 2 hands holding it, a couple of flags coming out from the side of that, a drum at the very bottom, and a date of 1813 at the very bottom. So this was a throwback design to one of the first coins from Argentina. There are the catalog number is KM 112.1, as there was one year where the oval here was a little bit wider than it appears here, so that got a 0.2. And then there was an error that actually was released to circulation for 1 year. They misspelled Provincius and put the letter G where that C is in Provincius right there, so that's version 3 of the coin. One other thing to note on this particular coin is it has a mint mark, but it is incredibly tiny. So there is the dot with 6 dots around it right here. Forget the name of that. There's a letter in the middle of all that, and it's really hard to see. It appears in 2 more places in the back right there. I think I can see a little bit better. There's a dot here and on the other side. If you look at this coin, it's going to have the letter E inside that dot. And if I wasn't sure about that, I would be able to tell from the year 2010 was the year that E was printed on here. Now, not every year is going to have a letter on those dots. And so the E does not represent the letter of the country where this was made. This was actually made in Italy, and E represents the 5th different place to have a mint letter on here. So they just went A, B, C, D, E on here. So the ones from 2010 were made with the letter E. This particular coin was made from 1994 to 2016. You'll find some that don't have letters on them. Here is a coin from Oman. This is a 10 paisa coin. This side features the national arms of Oman. And this was during the reign of Sultan Qaboos bin Said, who reigned from 1970 to 2020. So we got 50 years with him in the reign. So here is our 10. And the date on there is 1400 on the Arabic calendar. That is 1980 on our calendar. And this is a currency where 1,000 paisa made a real. So this is a currency that's still valid, and this is worth in foreign exchange value 2.6 cents in American money. Catalog number is KM52. Just remember that rosette is the term I was looking for, because this has it also. That Argentinian coin had a rosette with a mint letter on it. You're not going to find a mint letter on the rosette in this one. That's the dot with 6 more dots around it. So we've got from Germany, this is a 10 Reichspfennig. This comes from the Weimar Republic days of Germany. Flip this one over. It's 1935, has a J mint mark for Hamburg. And so I did notice on here that the Weimar Republic only lasted until 1933. And so with this coin from 1935, they continued to make this for a couple of years after it became part of the Third Reich. So the coin's still going to appear in the Weimar Republic catalog, because that's where it started, even though this was a couple years after that. This currency, this version of the mark was valid until 1948. This one's KM40. But that takes us to this coin, also a Reichspfennig coin. This is a 50 Reichspfennig with an A for Berlin mint mark. This one is made out of aluminum. This one actually does appear in the Third Reich portion of the Germany area in the catalog, but has the same date of 1935. So since this one started during the Third Reich days, that's where it's going to appear in the catalog. This coin was only made for 1 year, and in 1936 it was completely redesigned, where they added the swastika to it. If you found this one in uncirculated condition, it would have a catalog value of $20. This is our second FAO coin of the video. This one is from Nepal. It's going to be a 10 paisa. Their number 10 almost looks like a 20. That's what it is right there. And it has a stylized view of wheat here on this coin. This coin was made during the reign of Mahendra Bikram Shah, who ruled from 1955 to 1972. We flip this one over. It has a cow It has their date written here at the bottom. That looks like a 2026, but that's how they draw their 8, so it's actually on their calendar 2028. This is not from the future. They just use a different calendar than us. Our year was 1971. The catalog number is KM766. This coin is made out of brass, and it was minted in Kathmandu. Here's a nice larger coin from Denmark featuring King Frederick IX, King of Denmark. This is going to be a 5 kroner coin from 1967 with a catalog number of 853.1, and the point 1 has to do with the Mint Master initials. Here at the bottom, that's the letter C, a heart, and the letter S. And that changed to an S heart S later on. Here's the back of the 5 kroner coin, and this is one of those coins, Denmark never switched to the euro, so this is still valid currency. And in foreign exchange value, this is worth 73 United States cents. Sweden is another country that never switched to the euro, so here is from 1991 a 10 kroner coin. Like a lot of Swedish coins, they have the 3 crowns on them. And then we flip this one over. It has Carl Gustaf XVI, King of Sweden, on here. This coin was made with what's considered the metal alignment, where you flip it around this way. There is a very rare version of this coin made only this year where you'd have to flip it over this way. That is a very rare, very expensive version of this coin. And so he has been, Carl Gustaf's been on the throne since 1973, so currently still there. This coin was made from 1991 to 2000, so this was the first year it was made. They call the metal composition on here Nordic gold, and in foreign exchange value, this is worth the United States 92 cents. This is going to be a coin from Lithuania. It's a 10 centu coin. After the breakup of the Soviet Union, this is the second design of the 10 centu. The first design did not have the shaded triangle behind it. And there are a couple of different versions of this coin, depending on the fineness of the slants that are in that triangle. But as we flip it over, here is the Lithuanian design that we're used to seeing. This is catalog KM106, and there's even another variation that we have with this coin. It has to do with the front hoof that's right there. And if you look at it, it's very horizontal on it. That makes this coin type A. There is another one where both of the front feet are diagonal like this, which is type B of this coin. The coin catalogs do not reflect that, but you'll find that information online. Here is a coin from Syria, a design, or at least similar designs to this, lasted for about 30 or 40 years. This turns out to be the first year of this design. This one's going to be a 10 piastres coin. And then, like a lot of Syrian coins, we've got the, it kind of looks like an eagle looking to the right with the 3 stars on the shield. This is called the Hawk of Quraysh. This comes from the Syria Republic of 1946 to 1958. And so this specific coin has date in Arabic along the bottom, both calendars. It's going to say 1948, and in the Arabic calendar it's 1367. Catalog number KM83. We're back to another coin from Germany, and all the coins from, most of the coins from East Germany have this look where it's wheat that forms a circle around a compass in the middle. This is an aluminum coin, and it was the smallest circulating coin. It's the 1 Pfennig from 1968. Has an A for Berlin mint mark on the top. This is coin KM 8.1, and it gets to 0.1 because it's the larger number 1 on here. Starting in 1977, they shrunk the design of the coin all the way through 1990 at the end of East Germany. Here's a coin from Spain highlighting the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. I'm actually recording this video when the Olympics are going on in Paris, and so I don't know how long it's going to take me to actually upload this video, but Spain made a couple of different circulating 25 pesetas coins. The other one features a high jumper, but in 1990 the coin featured a discus athlete. This coin is catalog number KM 850. Here's a coin from Iran, which is, you'll be able to tell if you have the lion with the scimitar sword that it's holding with a radiant sun behind it, and the crown of Pahlavi, I think that was the monarch's name, on top of it. And then we flip this one over. It's going to be a 2 reals. So that backwards looking 7 is the Arabic number 2. On their calendar, this is year 1347, catalog number KM 1173. This is the most common version of the 2 real coin during this time. There are some other versions of this coin when it was no longer silver. The first version doesn't have any writing over the top, and then there were a couple of one-year circulating commemorative coins where these 2 long dashes of text right here are replaced with just more characters, and so that's the way to kind of tell them apart. We're going to go back to Spain for a coin from 1870. This one is it says 5 or 5 gramos, so they're dealing with the weight of the copper metal that is on this one. This side features what they call seated liberty. As we flip this one over, at the bottom it says 5 centimos. It has an OM mint mark there at the very bottom. And so this is considered the rampant lion with oval arms. So this one's so well worn that you can't really see any of the details on the shield right there, but it have the coat of arms of Spain. This is during Spain's 3rd decimal, which started in 1869, but this coin was made in 1870. So apparently this happened during a time of the provisional government. These are actually pretty easy to find. They minted 287 million of them, but it's catalog KM 662. We've cleared off everything that started on the screen, but that's not all the coins I had in this video. Those are just all of the 4 or 6 for $1 coins. And those 24 coins ended up having a book value of $16.10, and I paid $4 for everything. But I also picked up 2 coins that were in a $1 bin. We're going to go to them now. So in these days, all of the British territories will have a 25 pence coin, which was not intended to circulate. Traditionally, this was the size of the crown, but it's where they make their commemorative coins, and so this is supposed to be a commemorative coin. Of course, we've got Queen Elizabeth on this side. Flip it over. This one is from the Bailiwick of Guernsey, celebrating the 1978 royal visit. And this coin is KM 32, and I paid $1 for this one. I've got one more crown. It has the same portrait of Elizabeth, but this time it actually has the words Elizabeth II written on it. This one is going to be from Saint Helena, and it honors their Tercentenary. Tercentenary was a new word for me. I guess that's essentially a tricentennial because it has the dates of 1673 to 1973 in the bottom of this coin under by the side of the 25 pence. So this coin was made in 1973. First thing I'll point out is there are circulating coins from St. Helena and Ascension Islands. This one has no Ascension, so it is only supposed to be St. Helena. However, they never made circulating coins from only St. Helena. So it's catalog KM5. And then looking up what happened in 1673. So it's not the first year that the British said they controlled St. Helena, but there was a time where the Dutch were also vying for control of the island versus the British East India Company. And 1673 was when they fought off the Dutch for good on here. So that's why that date in particular is celebrated. And on the back here, we've got a couple of rocky islands and a neat sailboat. And I don't think that boat is a specific boat, but I do like the look of it. The next two coins were in a $2 each bin. This one is going to be a 1/2 of a skilling from 1867. Now, I filmed a video a couple of days ago where I picked up another coin that said Skilling Riksdaler. It had a 1 in the middle. Very similar look to this one. That one was from Denmark. This one is not from Denmark. This one's actually from Norway. And this side features what is called the Norwegian lion on a shield with the crown on top of it. The monogram, CL, is Carl XV 15, so it's Carl the 15th. This comes from a time where Norway and Sweden were united. But they still made different coins for Norway and Sweden. This is the Norway coin. So oddly enough, Carl was the same ruler of both Norway and Sweden. In Norway, he was Charles IV. In Sweden, he was Carl the 15th. And so even though this is the Norway coin, they put the Charles V of Sweden on here. So that seems kind of unusual. But it took 240 of these to make one Specidollar, which was their silver crown-sized coin of the time. This one is catalog KM 329, and the catalog says this is worth $6.50, so I got it at a good price. Here's my other $2 coin that I also got at a very good price. This is from Bulgaria. It's a 50 leva coin from 1930. Flip this one over. Bulgaria uses Cyrillic. And this is silver. So I was surprised to get a coin this chunky of silver in a $2 bin. There's a 1940 version of this coin which looks pretty similar, which is copper nickel. But in 1930, this coin was 50% silver. And so in silver weight, that is 0.16 ounces of silver. The person featured here is Tsar Boris III, who ruled Bulgaria until 1943. And so this coin might be well worn, but even if you found this in uncirculated, he didn't have much hair. It looks like all the hair is just a tiny little part of the top. So either he didn't have a lot of hair, he was bald, or that's just the way the coin is designed on here. This one also has some edge lettering on it, which translates to God Save Bulgaria. So this coin is catalog number KM42. And it was minted in Budapest, Hungary, because it's got the BP mint mark right there. 3 more coins I picked up from this dealer. They were all in a half the price written on the flip bin, and we're going to start with this coin from 1904 from the Philippines. It's KM168, and it's a half of a centavo. I didn't realize that I had this half centavo, or I would not have paid half of that, which is $2.50 for this coin. However, it probably almost certainly is an upgrade. I don't even remember them having a half centavo, so I didn't remember this coin, but I was talking about the standing lady with the anvil and the volcano in the background. So this shows the seated man with the anvil and the volcano in the back. This was still when the United States were minting their coins, so it does have a different back from the other one, and it's 1904. And even though I said I had the coin, I almost certainly did not have it in this nice shape. If you had this coin in uncirculated condition, the catalog says it's worth $20. Next, we're going to have a proof coin from Guyana. Our people, our most precious asset. This is the crest on Guyana. This was made by the Franklin Mint, and this comes from a time where they made almost alternative currency and proof sets that were not like the circulating coins at all. So I certainly didn't have this particular coin because it never circulated. It only showed up in Franklin Mint proof sets. The 1 cent coin has a manatee on it, and then the word faith. From 1980 Guyana, KM37. Let's go back to this side. I think the Franklin Mint logo is above the Y in Guyana. The last coin in this video comes from a very old flip. So just looking at this flip, it looks like this is something that was used to clean the floor or scrape a windshield or something like that, get the snow off of a windshield. This is a coin from Mexico during the Mexican Second Republic. The writing on here says 1889 as the date, and so you can tell me whether or not you think that is, well, I know the 18 is correct, but I don't know if that's an 1888, if it's an 1890, what year that might be, but let's go with 1889. Catalog number is 403.5, so that's right. It is a 10 centavos. I paid half of that, so I paid $2 for this coin. It is made of silver. We'll take a look at that on the other side. He also has Go R written right here. So as we get pretty close on this side, I'll point out it says 902.7. Actually, I guess they use a comma 7. That means the silver fineness on this, that 90% wasn't good enough for them. So they were 90.27%, or that's the same as 0.9027. So just a tick over 90% silver. And then for the mint mark, we have the letter G, a small O with a line under it, and then a large letter R. So GO means that this was minted in Guanajuato. And even still, there's an R version and an S version, and I never did find out what those mean. But this is one of those countries, one of those times where every mint made their coins subtly differently, so each of them gets its own catalog number. So any of these 10 centavos from about that time is going to be KM403, but you get the 0.5, 403.5, because of it's made in Guanajuato. And I wrote this on here, so there's the 0.9027 silver and 0.0786 ounces of silver. So that means that on the day that I bought it, I pretty much got this for spot price. So happy to have that. They still had an eagle eating a snake on top of a cactus, but the design had subtle changes. That one has the eagle more upright, with the eagle almost looking up with the snake in it. So, hey, we got all this done in under 35 minutes. Thanks for watching. I've got some other videos from that show that's going to be coming up, and I'll catch you in the next coin video. Thanks for watching. Bye.